yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring to their knees. Take everything to see.
How's it going, guys? And welcome back on another live stream. This is eVlog coming to you live. Now, before we get into this topic, I just want to let you guys know that my super chat will be available. Please use the super chat. Your donation and your support definitely helps with the content. It helps with my software, editing software that I use, and other stuff that I do on the back end. So ladies and gentlemen, please use the super chat to support the channel. If you do comment on the comment section, I will take a look at it, but I'm not going to give you further engagement on that. But if you use the super chat, I will definitely be engaging on it. And also, I will set up a super chat goal. Should we reach the goal, I will do Q&A questions. Okay, I will do a Q&A. So 1 second. So the little goal that I have is 5 super chats, and I will do a Q&A question. For some reason I can't get to it. Anyways, let's get into it. I don't want to keep you guys waiting any further. So the topic today is, which Brawly is stronger? Which is your favorite? That's the topic. Now, the first Brawly that we were able to witness came out to 1993, 1994. That was when the first Brawly was introduced to us. And the second Brawly, which is Dragon Ball Super Brawly movie, came out 2018. Now, over time, there's been a debate out there, which Brawly is stronger, which is your favorite, and that's what created this topic. Now, before we get into the cream and crop of this conversation, I just want to give you guys a rundown on the first Brawly. And while we get into this conversation, I want you guys to embed this word exception. Like you guys know when they say exceptional human being, which is a human being that is different from other people, a human being that is special. To this topic, we will be referring it to an exceptional saying, right? An exceptional saying. Now, the word exception is very special. Most people use them, but they don't really understand the full meaning of it. So we're going to get into it. Let me first bring it into the music industry. An exceptional person, like, let me say, Michael Jackson, MJ, the best performer of all time. He was able to do things that even till today is still talked about. MJ worked very hard. He was an exceptional performer. Billie Jean, Chimon, he was able to transcend music to a level that even right now, nobody has yet to come close to MJ, even as it stands. Now, let me bring it into the wrestling world, the wrestling entertainment. You can say WWF, WWE. We got Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin 316 said, "I just whooped your ass." Stomping a mud hole in a person and walking off dry. And then from Steve Austin, you got the jabroni beating, pie eating, trailer blazing, eyebrow raising, movie star, can't stop till you get enough, The Rock. I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. I did it. Oh, shut the hell up, you tongue-wearing fatty. The Rock. Now, I'm not talking about Dwayne Johnson, his movie career. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about The Rock. Those two, in every wrestling conversation that I've been in every wrestling conversation that I watched on YouTube, these two are always mentioned every time they talk about the greats, every time they talk about the most transcendent individuals of the wrestling world, Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock. Those two individuals are, simply put, exceptional. They're able to do things that even till today is still talked about. Even till today, the wrestlers that are still coming up are still have not yet matched their level of performance and their level of aura, simply because they were just damn good. Then let me bring it into the anime world. The anime world. The character I'm going to use will be Frieza. Name me one villain in the whole anime world that is better than Frieza when it comes to being a true villain. Frieza is the number one in my book. Now, if you want to step out of anime and get into animation, you have Aku. Shout out to Samurai Jack. There's no anime villain out there that can match Frieza when it comes to what it's called a true villain. Frieza holds the title and has not been matched. Out of all the anime villains that I have watched thus far, they cannot compare to Frieza when it comes to being a true villain. Because true villain don't go out of their ways to become either anti-hero or a good person. And to be an exceptional human being, that means it can be exceptionally good or exceptionally evil. Exception holds no bound whether you're a good person or a bad person. It just means that you are so exceptional in what you do that it can't be matched, or no one has gotten close enough to do like, you know what I mean? Because I brought it into the entertainment music industry, the wrestling world, and I brought it back to the anime world. I'll wait. Name me a villain that can match Frieza. I'll wait. I'll give you guys a moment. Name me a villain that surpasses Frieza. In all the anime world, name me a villain that surpasses Frieza when it comes to being exceptionally evil. Exceptional villain. I'll wait for a bit. The truth is, I don't think there is any. There is none that is better than Frieza. So, we look at Broly, the first Broly. The storyline is that the story is actually as good as the 2018 Broly. I remember most people, including myself, I did criticize the 1993-1994 Broly storyline, because I was going like, he hears Goku crying in his ears and goes ballistic and loses it. But if we really think about it, if we really use reasoning to rationalize OG 1994-1993 Broly, it actually makes sense. His storyline was actually perfect. Why? We intend to judge things and judge human beings, or judge each other based on our level of intellect, the things we've seen, the things we've witnessed. We intend to judge people, and we intend to, let's say, we see something and we say, this can't be done. This is impossible. But you will see somebody that will come in and make it possible, which goes back to what I was saying, exceptional human being. There is a masquerade. You guys know what a masquerade is. There is a masquerade in Africa. I'm not saying that like even the Chinese, they use those dragon thing that goes like this, right? There is a special masquerade in Africa that only the spirits can control it. A human being cannot wear such masquerade. In every African country, they have one of those masquerades that is controlled by the spirit. If a human being goes and wears such masquerade, they will go crazy, they will go mad, or something terrible will happen to them. Because that particular masquerade is reserved for the spirit to control it. No human can go wear it, which is an exceptional thing. 1993-1994 Broly was simply exceptional. We judged the movie because I believe that the movie and the reasoning for the movie lacked our understanding. We criticized Broly going crazy because Goku cried in his ears. And most people would say, that doesn't make sense. How does that make sense? That is just such a terrible storyline. But in actuality, have you guys seen a mother who just gave birth to a baby, and the baby just keeps wailing in her ears, wailing uncontrollably? If that action continues, the mother will go crazy. The mother will will definitely lose it. The mother will go ballistic. So if a grown human being, if a grown woman, and you guys know a mother's love is just priceless. So if a mother, an adult human being, can go crazy, can snap with the thought of her baby wailing in her ears uncontrollably, imagine that going on for hours upon hours. It will make any mother lose it if that cry continues. Even us as an adult as we are, and we see someone crying in our ears, if you do that enough for hours, most people can snap, you know? So it makes absolute sense. If a human being, an adult human being, can snap, why wouldn't another baby, a baby, snap and go crazy because of that? A baby will certainly snap. And understand that Broly, being a legendary Super Saiyan, which means he is an exceptional human being. No, not human being, sorry. An exceptional Saiyan. An exceptional Saiyan. So, which means he is special. If Broly could sense that planet Vegeta is about to be destroyed, if Broly sensed that planet Vegeta is about to be destroyed, I'm talking about 1993-1994 Broly, if he could sense that planet Vegeta is about to be destroyed and channeled his energy and created a shield and saved not just himself and also saved his father Paragus, why is it impossible for him to know that it was Goku who was crying in his ears when he was a baby? As a baby, Broly was well aware of his surrounding. That's what that literally means. As a baby, as strong as he was, I think his power level as a baby was 500, if I'm not mistaken. Or was it more than that? The power level was so great that he scared King Vegeta. And I think King Vegeta would have allowed him to live. It's just that he doesn't want a baby growing up to surpass his authority, which will leave his kingship in jeopardy and also leave his son in danger. So if Broly can be able to sense his surrounding as a baby, he can be able to differentiate good energy and bad energy. He can be able to sense energy. That means when he finally met Goku, he understood that it was Goku that traumatized him as a baby, which was the reason why he was going Kakarot, 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 right? He wanted to kill Goku. He wanted to destroy Goku at any means necessary. So the story makes absolute sense why 1993-1994 Broly was just perfect. Because knowing that this Broly is a legendary Super Saiyan, I never heard anyone say that the 2018 Broly was a legendary Super Saiyan. We know he's special, which I'll get to him in a second. But the 1993-1994 Broly was just damn good. That storyline was perfect. So, now that I have cleared that part out, let me quickly go to 2018 Broly. 2018 Broly never knew who Goku was due to the fact that the fans criticized the 1993-1994 Broly. So when it came to 2018, they had to change the storyline just a little bit. But in actuality, the 1993-1994 makes absolute sense. To go back to 1994 once again, people were crazy about Broly snapping, going ballistic. How many times have we seen Saiyans snap because something beyond their thinking happened. How many times have we seen Saiyans snap? Goku, watching his friend Krillin, snapped and turned into a Super Saiyan, the first Super Saiyan. Vegeta, wanting to be a Super Saiyan so much, and then couldn't achieve it at first, and then goes out to another planet, was so fixated on becoming Super Saiyan, and in that moment when he finally gave up, something in him snaps, and he turns into a Super Saiyan, which his Super Saiyan was actually stronger than Goku's Super Saiyan. Next, Gohan, watching Android's head get crushed by Cell, and watching Cell torment his father and his friends, snapped and becomes Super Saiyan 2. Future Trunks, when he saw his master Gohan died by the hand of Android 17 and 18, he snapped and turned into Super Saiyan for the first time. So, if those guys could snap, why is it hard for people to believe and accept that Broly snapped? We've seen Saiyans snap all the time, right? Because they have emotions, they have feelings of their own. So 1993 Broly and 1994 Broly was perfect for the story. But due to the fact that we, the fans, criticized it so much when it came to 2018, they had to change the rules. The 2018 Broly was not aware about Goku in any way, shape, or form. Have not even seen King Vegeta or Vegeta himself. Paragus, his father, told him his story, his birth story, after he was born, what happened. And because of that, he had animosity for Vegeta, because Vegeta's father, King Vegeta, almost disposed of him and his father due to the fact of his power level. So now let's get into who is stronger. When I watched 1993-1994 Broly, there is something special about that movie. The music, the scene, how twisted he is, and he even accepted it himself. He even said, "I'm a freak. What do you expect from a freak?" There is something about 1993-1994 Broly that hits the core differently. You could feel his energy. You could feel his despair. You could feel every emotion that is coming out of that music, that is coming out of his scene, the way he was reacting, the way he looked up due to the fact Paragus put all this mechanism around him to subdue his power. So when he finally went crazy to free himself from that bondage, the way it was done, even with the animation back then, it was just damn good. When the fight started, when he finally turns into the legendary Super Saiyan, when he finally turns into the legendary Super Saiyan, Vegeta, who is not afraid to fight. Because if you watch Vegeta, when he fought Frieza, when Frieza went into his fourth form, the reaction of Vegeta was totally different when he finally sees Broly transform into his legendary Super Saiyan. Vegeta dropped. His two knees went on the floor. Even though Vegeta can turn into a Super Saiyan himself, but due to the fact that Broly's presence, his essence, his demeanor was just too in your face, Vegeta dropped on his knees and he said something between the line, "He will kill us all. He's too strong. We can't take on this guy." The first time Vegeta afraid like that. Frieza is so strong when he turned into his fourth form in front of Vegeta. Vegeta, the reactions, if you guys go back and watch Vegeta's reaction when Frieza turned into his fourth form, he was scared. I'm not saying he wasn't scared. But when he saw Broly go into Super Saiyan, legendary Super Saiyan, his two knees went on the floor. And he was traumatized for at least a while before he finally snapped out of it. So when the fight started, Broly dominated everybody. He dominated the fight. Broly, 1993-1994 Broly was able to blow up a planet while on another planet. He is able to toss his energy and he literally blew up a planet next by. When he turned into a legendary Super Saiyan, nobody could match him. He destroyed, literally demolished everybody. Everybody. No one was safe. Not even Paragus was safe. Paragus even tried to skedaddle because Kamori energy was coming to destroy the planet where they are on. So, to defeat 1993-1994 Broly, it took the power level of Goku as a Super Saiyan, Gohan as a Super Saiyan, Future Trunks as a Super Saiyan, Piccolo. And the timeline when this movie happened was before the Cell game. After the Cell announced that the Z Warriors has 1 week to prepare themselves, I believe, right? When everybody came out of the hyperbolic time chamber, that week that they had to rest up, that was when this happened, if I'm not mistaken. Because that was when the timeline happened, before the Cell game. So Piccolo has already trained tremendously, and at that time he has already absorbed Kami. So the strength of Piccolo and the strength of Vegeta, it took 5 people, Goku, Gohan, Future Trunks, Piccolo, and Vegeta. The strength of 5 people's energy at their prime at the time to have a good shot defeating 1993-1994 Broly. Okay? Now, let's get into the 2018 Broly. 2018 Broly, the animation, the storyline, it was more acceptable. The audience accepted that a little bit more. And like I said, the 2018 Broly had no idea of Goku until he met Goku on planet Earth. And when the fight started, which I like about that movie too, Broly didn't really know how to fight properly. He had to learn while fighting, which I think it was a genius way of presenting him. Because on that planet where he was stuck with his father, he had no experience of fighting. The same thing actually with 1993-1994 Broly. He doesn't really have that much of experience of fighting. He haven't met anybody that could match him. Almost the same thing, right? 2018 Broly didn't have that much of experience on fighting. He only fought monsters that resides in the planet where he was with his father, Paragus. And they were not that much of a fight for him, really. You know, he would dodge their attacks or block it and then destroy them. So he hasn't met anyone that could push him. That was why when he fought Vegeta, you could see he wasn't experienced. And as he fought Vegeta, he starts evolving. He starts getting used to the way Saiyans fight and the way how to fight properly. So when he saw Vegeta transform into a Super Saiyan, it stunned him. He was like, yo, what is this power? This person is exactly like me. How the hell? Even Paragas was surprised. So when the fight started, 2018 Broly started with Vegeta. Vegeta turned into Super Saiyan, turned into Super Saiyan Red, which is Super Saiyan God. And when Broly got pushed into the ice sea and he started transforming, he was able to take on the great ape, not fully the great ape, but the miniature, because Paragas said he can't transform, or he's so special that he doesn't need to transform into the great ape. Rather, he will morph his body and has the same energy and the same ability as a great ape. So he doesn't need to transform, but he could, increase his power level and morph and grow his strength and his mass, right? And as destiny would have it, something happened, which was Frieza. Frieza intentionally kills Paragas. Informs Broly. Broly sees that his father has been destroyed or has been killed. And that, once again, snaps. Broly snaps, turning into a Super Saiyan for the first time. With a Super Saiyan combined with the Great Ape persona. Because when Broly grows into that big, intimidating and in-your-face Saiyan, he has the miniature. He's trying to, because he doesn't have to transform into the great ape, but he is going to grow in size and in height. So with the power of the great ape combines with the power of his Super Saiyan, in 2018 Broly movie, there was never a mention of anything legendary Super Saiyan. There was no mention of anything legendary Super Saiyan. And the transformation, I have the shorts on my channel. Is actually one of the most viewed video on in my shorts catalog. The music that I used in it was so perfect that it actually beats the original music that they used. The music was so perfect because I wanted it to mean something. I wanted that transformation to be epic, right? So I used another music and it was perfect for that transformation. So Broly snaps, turns into a Super Saiyan combined with the power of the Great Ape inside him. And once that happened, even before that happened, Goku had to transform into Super Saiyan Blue. The strength levels Goku had to transform into, because Super Saiyan couldn't work. Super Saiyan Red couldn't work. Goku had to transform into Super Saiyan Blue to have a best fighting chance to actually go toe to toe with Broly. But when Broly transformed into the Super Saiyan combined with the power of the Great Ape inside him, at that point Super Saiyan Blue is out of the question. It took the combination of Goku and Vegeta fusing and turns into Super Saiyan to be able to beat Broly. It's difficult to really match the power level on Gogeta combined, like you see Gogeta you see, in order to do that, Goku and Vegeta had to team up. And the fact that they've been training, they've obtained Super Saiyan Red and has obtained Super Saiyan Blue. I'm not going to talk about those because they showed us only Super Saiyan. Gogeta, Super Saiyan. Now, I'm not going to ignore the Zenkai boost that they got from all the fights they've had, from transforming into being able to transform into Super Saiyan Red and Super Saiyan Blue. I'm not going to ignore that. Those Zenkai boost does matters. And we know as Saiyans fight, they do get stronger. Now, you have that on one hand. And on the other hand, you have the power of 5 individuals. So, if we have seen Vegito, the power of Goku and Vegeta, plus the power of another 2 Saiyans, right? The power of another 2 Saiyans. And let's not forget, Gohan has the power to transform into a Super Saiyan 2 inside him. The power was already there. It just needs a little push to come to fruition. Because if you guys remember, while Goku and Gohan were training in the hyperbolic time chamber, Gohan transformed into Super Saiyan shortly. But due to the fact that him and his father has been training countlessly, his body couldn't keep it up at that time. That was what Goku saw and said, you know what? This boy, this child, will be the one to defeat Cell. I can't turn into Super Saiyan 2. This power is great. This power is special. That was what made Goku, what gave Goku assurance that, you know what? I'm not going to be the one to beat Cell. It has to be my son Gohan that will beat him. And in order for me to make that happen, I have to be in a situation where I'm almost dying. Everybody has to be in an uncomfortable situation. And it's going to force Gohan to bring out that power. So Gohan already has the power to turn into Super Saiyan 2. So we have the combination of Goku and Vegeta, and they've been fighting for a while with the Zenkai boost and everything. You have the power of Trunks, future Trunks, as a Saiyan, and the power of Super Saiyan 2, Gohan. That means whatever power level Trunk is, times it by 2. Actually, in actuality, that's six power levels, because if you count in Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 power level, and then you count in Piccolo's power level, that actually makes it 6. But anyway, let's go with 5 for now. It took the power level of 5 people, giving Goku their power for Goku to be able to defeat Broly. During the fight 1993-1994, Goku shot Kamehameha Wave, and Broly walked right through it and grabbed Goku's hair and beat the holy crap out of him. It did not faze Broly, and Goku was in his Super Saiyan form when he shot that Kamehameha Wave. Then, on the other Broly side, Goku and Vegeta, in Super Saiyan Blue form, shot a combination of Kamehameha Wave and Final Flash. Was it Final Flash or Gullet Gun? The 2018 Broly. And he negated it and continued to come after them. I'll say, if these two are to fight each other, I think that 1993-1994 Broly has an edge. Why? Because 1993 Broly does not have anything to lose. He is just a monster. He's a freak. And there is something about him. There was a time when he was fighting Goku and he pauses and says, yes, I can feel it. I'm getting stronger. He doesn't even need to take damage to continue to get stronger. There is something about 1993-1994 Broly, his character and the way he was presented, that I think he has an edge over 2018 Broly, because he doesn't need to suffer damage for him to continue to get stronger. As he fights, as he takes punches, he gets stronger right at that spot. Saiyans, after they've fought and rested, they gain Zenkai boost. And that's something that has never been talked about, really. That is something that we haven't really looked into properly, because while 1993-1994 Broly was fighting, he paused and said, yes, I can feel it. I'm getting stronger. So he gains Zenkai boost as he fights. He doesn't have to rest his body as the other Saiyan do in order to gain Zenkai boost. He gains it so long as he's still conscious, so long as he still has energy, so long as he's still fighting. Every damage that is done to him continuously keep giving him Zenkai boost. Watch the movie. The reason why I announced this and gave it 1 week or a couple of, however long it was for you guys to kind of go check out the movie on both sides and come back, because I think what I just said might be a perspective that I don't think anybody has really paid attention to it. If they have, kudos to them. But OG Broly, 1993-1994 Broly, the first Broly, gains Zenkai boost as he fights. He does not need to rest in order to gain Zenkai boost. And again, it goes back to him being legendary Super Saiyan. Legendary Super Saiyan. That means he is an exceptional person. If these two had to fight, 2018 Broly. Now, I was about to give 2018 Broly a 1-up on what he could use to beat the first Broly, but as much as the first Broly is a brute, he's also smart. He's not stupid either, right? It's not like, hey, it's Hulk. But he's a smart fighter. Paragas was about to leave the planet because the energy is coming closer and closer to the planet, and it's going to blow it up. Even though OG Broly was fighting the Z Warriors, he's keeping an eye on his father. He kept an eye on him. And when Paragas wanted to escape, he comes in and tells him, hey, what do you think you're doing? Of course, Paragas tried to lie, and he said, you're trying to escape on a pod made just for one person. And this Broly literally forgetting and negating the fact that your father raised you. If you were left to defend yourself as a baby, you would have died out of hunger. He negated all of these things and crushed his father inside that pod ship. And not only did he do that, he threw him right inside the energy that was coming to destroy the damn planet. He is just a different freak, man. OG Broly, 1993-1994 Broly was built different. He's built different. I'm not taking anything away from 2018 Broly. He's strong, he's capable, but when it comes to ruthlessness, if these two fights I don't see 2018 Broly winning that fight. I don't see it. I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. So, then the conversation is, which is your favorite? I would say both of them are my favorite. I like both of them, but I wish that they should have kept the old story, right? Maybe kept the old story at the beginning and kept the new story, Broly 2018, to match the end. That's what I would have liked, but I guess they kind of wanted to make um, the new Broly 2018 Broly more relatable. They wanted to make him, to give him a pass. They wanted to keep him around. They were not looking to kill him or to take him off, right? Again, I'm glad that the 2018 Broly came to fruition. And now Broly is a canon character. And not just that, he survived. He survived due to, thank goodness that he was wished to a different planet and avoided the Kamehameha wave coming from Gogeta, because that Kamehameha wave, if it doesn't destroy Broly, it would definitely knock him out. But most likely it would have destroyed him because the Kamehameha wave was just too great. This is, you're talking about Gogeta power level shooting a Kamehameha wave. So I'm glad that we got Broly as a canon character now, and he's training with Goku, Vegeta on Beerus planet. Shout out to Dragon Ball Superhero. We got the chance to see that Broly is training, he is practicing, he is improving himself, which kind of knocks Gohan out of the picture. But thank goodness, because we got Gohan back. Gohan is back once again. As much as Broly, Goku, and Vegeta are training with Whis, I'm happy that Gohan is not written off out of the picture. You know, because they started to nerf him up so much that it was pitiful seeing how much, how he has become. But thank goodness to Dragon Ball Super with the development, his development after Frieza came and threatened the planet, he went back to train, and then he stopped a little bit, and then on Dragon Ball Superhero, they nuffed him off. They nuffed him up a little bit, so much that he didn't recognize it. Pam recognized that it was Piccolo inside that helmet. Gohan did not recognize it, which was so pitiful, right? Which was so pitiful. I like the fact they did that to show us Gohan's obscurity on himself. Not training all this time, not putting in work, not doing what he's supposed to do all this time. And then something happens. He gets serious. And I think towards the ending of Dragon Ball Superhero, I think Gohan said something between the line that he's never going to stop training because he knows, I'm not sure if it was Dragon Ball Super that he said that after the Tournament of Power, or is it on Dragon Ball Superhero, that he's not going to stop training, that he's going to continue training from now on, And yeah, I guess destitute situation and desperate situation caused Gohan to be like, you know what? I need to get back to training, because Goku and Vegeta were with Whis. They were not around. He's the only one who is the strongest. And you act Piccolo. And you have Piccolo on the mix, right? So Gohan was the strongest on planet Earth. So seeing these villains coming out of the woodworks and having to deal with the problem by himself, not necessarily by himself because Piccolo was there to help him out, but having to deal with Cell, the Super Cell, he found out that, you know what, I need to. Even Pam called it out, like literally. Father couldn't. No, not Pam. Piccolo called it out. Pam recognized who I am, but Gohan can't even recognize that it's me behind this helmet. So his obscurity, his delusion of everything, kind of made him. After the movie, he realized, you know what, I need to get better. I really, really need to get better. So there you have it. Thank you guys for joining me on this. It's been great. The OG Broly is just damn good. He is the best out of the two Broly. If these two had to fight, I don't see 2018 winning that fight. If 2018 believe that he can outsmart, because I know what people could be thinking sometimes. They could believe that the OG Broly he's ruthless and he's not smart at all. He's just a brute without wisdom, without intelligence. No, you're mistakenly lying. You are lying big time. This guy was able to subdue his power this whole time. And remember, Goku, when he used his power, because remember, the people that was building the current planet where they reside, Broly and his father took them out of their own planet and brought them to that planet where he took Vegeta in. And if you remember, when Broly saw those little aliens and people that were working so hard to make his life easy, he looked at them and looked at their planet and said, are you guys thinking that you're gonna get back to your home planet someday? Is that what you think? And he looked up and saw their planet, looked at them and channeled his energy and threw it and blew up their planet. Just like that. Just like that. Like I said before, robotic gamers, please use the super chat. Please use the super chat, man. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Ladies and gentlemen, please use the super chat if you want to help out with the channel. Your donation, your contribution definitely helps me to better my software, my editing software that I use, my other softwares that I'm not going to mention because I don't want anyone hacking it. Like, please use super chat to donate to the channel, and your help is appreciated. Okay, I need your help, guys. Please use the super chat. If you want to conversate with me, please use the super chat. So as I was saying, he blew up their planet just by staying in another planet. That I have not seen anyone done that before. And I'm a huge fan of Dragon Ball, and I have not seen someone blowing up another planet while being in a planet. And Broly was able to do that, right? OG Broly is just too damn good to handle. 2018 Broly will not be able to handle OG Broly because OG Broly is just immensely brutal, immensely strong. And he continues to gain Zenkai boost while fighting, which is the reason why he's the legendary Super Saiyan. I have never heard during the 2018 movie of anyone saying he is the legendary Super Saiyan. Although, when I did the reaction in the short video that I have, I threw in that word in there. You can check the short. It's one of my most viewed shorts on this channel. When 2018 Broly was transforming, I did say, now he's gonna become into the legendary. Now he's gonna turn into the legendary Super Saiyan now, because I'm coming off, because it's my first time watching the movie, and my belief is, okay, he's gonna turn into the legendary Super Saiyan, and they're gonna call him the legendary Super Saiyan, but nobody ever mentioned anything legendary. So the OG Broly is indeed the one and only legendary Super Saiyan, which means he is simply just exceptional. I'm not saying that 2018 is not exceptional because he is the only 2018 Broly. He is the only Broly that can transform into the great, he doesn't need to transform into the great ape, but he can transform his body, which gives him the height and the massive size, and he maintains the power of the great ape inside him. You guys know when Saiyans turn into the great ape, they lose their mind a little bit. Not actually, when they turn into the great ape, if you're not, let me say, if you're not Vegeta or from the Saiyans, Goku and Gohan, if they turn into the great ape, they're gonna lose their mind a little bit. That's what I'm trying to say. Except if you are a Saiyan like Vegeta or people that came from planet Vegeta and fought together and know how to maintain their conscience, right? Which I don't think if Broly had turned into the great ape, well, I would say probably he will know how to control it. If he had turned into the great ape and used the great ape version, because he will have his father Paragas to teach him how to control it. But due to the fact that 2018 Broly doesn't need to transform into the great ape, but he can retain that power from the great ape, and it's going to give him the height and the massive size, which kind of makes sense to that aspect, because that wasn't the case with the OG Broly. OG Broly would just transform into the legendary Super Saiyan and just mobs the floor with everybody. You know what I mean? And I think people need to really pay attention and realize that the OG Broly gains massive power as he fights. I know this is probably the fourth time I'm mentioning it. So, I think I'm going to call it a day here, unless if you guys want to use a super chat to ask me a question. If you have any question, or if you want me to continue with this live stream, or if you have any other topic that you want to bring to the table, please use super chat to let me know, and we can continue the live stream. That if you guys want to continue, the live stream, that is. I have set up my goal. If we can hit 5 super chats, I will do Q&A. Okay? If we can hit 5 super chats, I will do a Q&A. So ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Let's get the super chat done. And if you have any questions, if you have any topic that you would like me to address, whatever if it is, especially on Dragon Ball, or if there's anything that I didn't mention, please use a super chat. If we get 5 super chats, just 5 super chats, I will do a Q&A, which is question and answer for most of you, or some of you who is not really a YouTube geek or know the terminology of these things. So please use a super chat. And I really wish that there is a way they will bring back OG Broly. I don't know if that's possible now because the movie literally lacked our better understanding. The movie just lacked our understanding, literally, because if the audience didn't criticize it to that extent, that when they, if we did not criticize, even I has criticized it at one point. I'm not gonna lie, I criticized it a little bit, but not to the extent that I don't like the idea. But now I have realized and recognized that it was actually perfect. If they could keep the old Broly's storyline and give it the finishing storyline of the 2018 Broly, I think it would have been a masterpiece, because even till today, due to the fact that the old Broly was such a tremendous character, it's still talked about till today. People still believe in OG Broly. People still want to watch that movie. People still talk about it till today. That means the 1993-1994 Broly was just special. If you haven't watched the movie, or if you've watched it before and you have forgotten, please go back and watch it and compare it with the 2018. You will understand that they are totally different person, right? They are totally different person. They kind of have similar attributes, such as the height, the massive size, the persona. But I believe that the persona, the aura of OG Broly is just too great to ignore. It's just too great. The OG Broly believes he's a freak. He's a freak of nature, and he loves it. He literally loves it, right? As a child, this man literally injured his father. Hit his father so hard that his father lost, I believe it was his right eye. He took his father's eyes because his father was trying to stop him from countless destruction. He was just destroying everything. And Paragas tried to stop him. Paragas tried to subdue him. And he punched Paragas so hard that he took his father's eyes. His father's eye. But a normal person with compassion, okay? A normal person with compassion would pause and look at his father and maybe feel compassion, feel sympathy or empathy towards his family member, the only family member he has. Let's just understand. I'm trying to make people understand. I think you guys already know. Yeah, maybe I'm not saying something that you guys don't already know, but I'm just bringing it back to life, because there are some people who watched it but really don't really have the deep connection and understanding. I'm not saying that I don't have deep connection and understanding towards the 2018 Broly. I do. I definitely do. But the 1993-1994 Broly is just a monster. This man had no compassion towards his father. He can see his father is bleeding. He can see he's damaged his father's eyes. You know what he was doing? He was laughing. He was just laughing. He was just laughing, giving him just laughing, evil laughs, right? As if he just has no compassion in any way, shape, or form. He has no remorse in any way, shape, or form. Which was actually what pushed Paragas to find a way to subdue him. And even when Paragas finally manages to sneak into Broly's room, Broly woke up. He was still kind of sleepy. Sees his father. His father rushed and put that thing around his neck. And even when the father was using it, he grabbed his father's head. He was about to crush it. That is just how merciless 1993-1994 Broly was. He was just simply merciless. His father managed to put that collar on his neck, one around his head, and two on his wrists to subdue him. He almost killed his father right there. But the father managed somehow to use that technology to subdue his power. And as you can see, when he finally decides to summon his berserker strength to destroy that collar, he did it like the way he screamed. You can see that the depth of his desire to destroy, right? When he screamed and his energy start going everywhere and the atmosphere start changing color and he screamed, yeah, like, you can see his destitute. You can feel his desire. You can feel his passion to destroy. In fact, he might be, the OG Broly would definitely be God of Destruction. If Whis has noticed him, if back then that Whis was aware of Broly's existence, he would have been the perfect God of Destruction. But then again, he might not be perfect for that job because it's good to destroy, but not destroy everything, right? I'm not even sure if Whis can handle Broly in terms of calming him. Maybe he might, because Whis is way stronger than him anyways. Maybe if he decides to go on a berserker, will he even bring himself to listen to Whis? That's the thing. If Whis had access to OG Broly to train him, right? To train Broly to become the next in line to be appointed to be the God of Destruction. Will OG Broly even subdue or submit to Whis? Maybe with time he might. But I would tell you, in his head, he's thinking about destroying Whis. He's thinking about one day getting revenge on Whis. The OG Broly just wants to destroy. He just wants to mercilessly. He's not pure. He might be evil, like just evil like that. He just wants to destroy. Now, the 2018 Broly, the same kind of similar situation, similar situation in terms of Paragas had to put that collar on his neck in order to subdue him, right? Kind of similar situation. And luckily enough, I forgot the name of that girl. One second, let me Google her. Charlie or Charlie. Charlie was able to hide that device. If Charlie did not hide that device, the 2018 Broly would have been subdued by Paragas. But due to the fact Charlie was able to hide that device, that was what allowed Broly to freely express himself. The 2018 Broly does not have that killing instincts. He does not have that monstrous, badass killing machine like the 1993-1994 Broly. Then the 2018 Broly had a little compassion. He had a little bit compassion, so much so that Paragas would see him trying to get along with other individuals at peace, and Paragas will say something or tell Broly to be quiet, focus on your training, or like he will try to, which Charlie saw through what was going on and told Broly when they were in Frieza's ship, why do you allow your father to treat you this way? Why do you let him treat you this way? Why do you let him talk to you this way? Why do you, she was concerned for 2018 Broly, and 2018 Broly responded, he's the only one I have. So right there already there's a huge difference. The OG Broly is not like that at all. You can't even get close to him to talk to him. He would just destroy you, right? And due to the fact that Charlie saw how Paragas was treated, actually Paragas worked so hard. You see, okay, here's another difference that I want you guys, that I just figured out, I'm not sure, it just came up to me. The 1993-1994 Broly, Paragas wants Broly to chill out a little bit, to not become the ultimate machine that he is, because it's not even Paragas that made Broly the way he is. Broly was just like that. And in 1994-1993 Broly, Paragas did say, this is a son that every father would be happy to have. Every father would have been proud of a specimen Broly has become. But due to the fact that he just can't control his power, he is just too merciless, he is just too destructive, right? This is why he wanted to control him. Now, 2018 Broly's father wants him to be a perfect machine. 1993-1994 Broly's father wants him to chill out a little bit, right? 2018 Broly's father wants him to become a perfect machine, to know nothing but fighting, to know nothing but do whatever he asks him to do, to know nothing but just adamant. He wants to turn his son into a perfect machine that the old Broly is. The 2018 Broly didn't grow up being just destroying things, just merciless. He shows mercy. He shows compassion. An example to that is, there was a monster during Broly movie 2018 that died. I think he was fighting him or something, or Paragas saw he was getting closer or having fun for once. He was becoming too close and too friendly to that monster. I think Paragas killed that monster or something like that. And to honor the memory of that beast that Broly befriended, that's why you see Broly wearing the fur of his friend, right? That's why you see him wearing the fur from that beast. So the 2018 Broly was merciful. He has compassion, right? Even when he transformed into the Super Saiyan, when he saw Paragas, Goku, if you saw, there was something there. When they looked at each other, please go back and watch. Maybe you don't have to go watch the whole movie. Just go to that part, or go to my short video when he started transforming. When he was transforming, when his energy was going everywhere, he looked at Goku, and Goku looked at him, and Goku nodded. That was like, if you're not paying attention, you're gonna miss it. Pay attention to the short. You don't even have to go watch the movie. Just watch my short video, one of the most viewed short video on my channel. Watch when Broly was transforming into Super Saiyan. He already transformed, actually, and he was about to take it to the next level, and he looked at Goku, and Goku looked at him, and Goku nodded. That nodding means keep going, raise your energy. I acknowledge you, right? Let's do this. Keep going. That was a nod. Goku nodded, right? And then when Goku nodded, Broly continued to raise his energy to another extent. And when he started raising his energy to the next level, that was when all those energies started tricking off, going off, and Goku was dodging it, right? So 2018 Broly has compassion that the other Broly doesn't have. 2018 Broly has had a friend even before coming to Earth. He had a friend, right? He was able to make a friend. The OG Broly has no friends. The OG Broly has no loyalty. The 2018 Broly had loyalty to Paragas, of course, right? To Paragas, his father, because he had compassion. He had remorse. Because when Chalai was telling him, why are you being treated this way? Why is your father not allowing you to talk to people? He told Chalai that that's the only family that I have. He's my father. He's the only person that I have, right? He understood that without his father, he would have died on that planet. Because remember, when Paragas managed to send his son before King Vegeta could get his wishes to dispose of him completely, Paragas was able to manage to follow his son to where he was being sent, right? And King Vegeta sent him there to actually die. King Vegeta, knowing fully well that he's not going to survive where he's sending him, King Vegeta deliberately sent him to that planet to die. But even with all that wishes, Broly did not, actually before Paragas can get there, Broly already defeated a monster and was eaten before Paragas can get there, actually, right? So, and another difference between the OG Broly and the new Broly is the fact that I would say that as a baby, they already have conscience. They already have, how do I put it? They already know and can sense, like they already, how do I put it? Because if you remember the 1993, 1994 Broly, the OG Broly, they were just babies, like literally baby, like strictly baby. But on the new one, you could see that they're already kind of aware of who their father is. They've already grown up a bit to know who their parents are. Even Goku, when Goku was sent to planet Earth, Goku, was aware, right? Unlike the other time or OG Broly, Goku was just asleep when he was sent to planet Earth. He was just sleeping. He was just like literally a baby, right? So there's a lot of difference, couple of similarities. Couple of similarities, but at the same time, there's also a huge difference between the two Brolys. And yeah, that's much about it. So thank you guys for joining me on this live stream. I think we've hit over 1 hour. It's now over 1 hour and 20 minutes. It's not currently 1 hour and 21 minutes plus. So I'm going to be ending this stream here. Either way, thank you guys so much for joining me. Still, if you have a question or if you want to quickly, you can let me know by using the super chat. I know that I'm trying to do this live stream more often for you guys, for me as well, to discuss certain things that if you want to do, if you want to record a video, if you want to record a video, you can't make it that long. Like, you know what I mean? If you guys paid enough attention, there was a time where I would talk about my reviews, and I will make a video talking about it, like Kengan Ashura, why Hatsumi had to lose, the fight between Baki and Muhammad Ali Jr., my perspective on who would win between Yujiro Hanma and Gensai. Like, those videos, I can make those videos, but the thing is, I have to shorten the video. I can't really expand what I want to say properly, and more ideas may come, but I've already recorded the video. I have already sent it out, so now it's too late for me to retrieve the video back and add my ideas. But when it comes to live stream, when I'm live streaming, that way I have the whole time. I have a lot of time to expand my thoughts. I have time to talk about other stuff that you guys would like to talk about. So we got Gemily. Gemily says that Gemily has a question. Gemily has a question. So Gemily, I'm here. So let me know. And for you guys that are watching, because I know most of you guys that are watching this or will watch it after, I know you guys already are aware of Dragon Ball Daima, and I'm sure that some of you, if not all of you, has your distaste, a little distaste about it. I know, although they gave us a couple of information that we were not able to get throughout Dragon Ball, throughout Dragon Ball Z, throughout Dragon Ball Super. But on the other hand, it's not living up to the expectation us Dragon Ball fans were looking for. That I'm going to discuss tomorrow. I think 7:45 tomorrow. Tomorrow I have another live stream where I'm going to discuss all the animes that I have done this week. Starting from, I think we have Solo Leveling, we have Dragon Ball Daima, we have Rurouni Kenshin, and Windbreaker. For some of you guys that watched my Windbreaker reactions, I'm going to do another reaction. I'm going to post another reaction on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, probably Thursday, and I will finish it next following week. So for Windbreaker audience, please stay tuned on the channel. You will be getting another episode tomorrow, Sunday, or on Monday, unfailingly. So thank you, Gemily. Gemily threw $99.99. Wow, man. Thank you, Gemily. Much appreciated. I love watching your reactions videos to Dragon Ball. I got a question. What if Kali Legendary Super Saiyan went against DBZ Broly or Super Broly? Now, before I talk about this, I just want to once again say thank you, much appreciated. to Jimily. Much appreciated. Thank you so much for your super chat donation. Now, that is a good question. That is a good question. If Kali from Dragon Ball Super goes up against Broly, 1993 Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, she will definitely lose. Okay, if she goes, okay, hold on. Before I say that, there was a similarity. Let me take that back for now, because let me analyze Kali when she transformed into a berserk. Okay, are you talking about the berserk Kali when she was fighting Goku and saying, Goku, the destroyer, Goku did this, Goku, the ruining of friendship, Goku, the foolish? Is that the Kali version you're talking about? Or the Kali that was able to regain and was able to control her powers, her legendary super or her Super Saiyan powers? Which Kali are you talking about? Because there are two versions of them. Are you talking about the Kali that walked right through Goku, shooting a Kamehameha wave, just like the OG Broly situation? Okay, the Berserk Kali. Okay, now you got me. Now you have me thinking. Simply because that version of Kali was very, very close to Broly. She was very, very close to Broly. If those two fight, it will be a good fight. In the sense of they have similar abilities, if I'm not mistaken. And that form of Kali, if they have similar traits, that means that form of Kali gains Zenkai boost as she fights, just like the legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Like I said earlier, the legendary Super Saiyan Broly gains Zenkai boost as he fights. Go watch the video and watch when he said, yes, I can feel it. I can feel it. My power is growing. I'm getting stronger. Because he took a couple of damage, right? So he gains Zenkai boost as he fight. If those two are to fight, it will be a good fight. But I think the legendary Super Saiyan Broly will lose. The legendary Super Saiyan Broly will win. Sorry. As I'm talking, I'm thinking about both of their traits, their reasoning for fighting, their durability. That's what I'm thinking about. Their durability. They're very durable, but I think the legendary Super Saiyan Broly will win. Simply because Kali, the Berserk Kali, is not yet used to her form yet. Okay? Kali doesn't have fighting experience. She doesn't have fighting experience at all. She doesn't have the killing experience. She doesn't have the brute experience, right? She doesn't have the overall mechanism to continuously go toe-to-toe with the legendary Super Saiyan. I'm not sure if Berserker Kali also gains Zenkai boost as she fights, but what I will say is when she was going berserk and crazy, it was so crazy enough that it affected everybody. Everyone, like she literally got everyone's attention, so much so that Jiren had to step in to deal with her, right? So I'll give her that. When she continued to go berserk and her energy is destroying everything, could I say that she was gaining Zenkai boost or whatnot? Could it be, I don't know. Like, there wasn't much for me to go with. Only the little episode that we saw her turn into the berserker, almost like Broly. And then her energy started to go everywhere. It got everyone's attention. Jiren said enough is enough and goes in and puts her out of that form. So she would definitely lose against OG Broly. Now, if you put up Kali, the berserker form of her, versus the new Broly, that will be hard for me to decide. It's hard for me to state who would win that one. It's tough. It's tough. It's really tough. The only thing is, just like I said, if Kali, the berserker form of her, gains Zenkai boost as she fights, and she doesn't have to rest, just like the other Saiyan does, and if you realize they made her exactly like the copy of OG Broly when she went berserk. I remember doing reaction to that on my first channel. I'm sure everyone that watched that reaction, all they were thinking was Broly. That's all they were thinking. They were thinking the OG Broly. Oh my goodness, they couldn't give us the OG Broly. They couldn't bring him back. Now they're gonna use Kali as the OG Broly. So, which means they are similar in everything. But what they are not similar on is the fact that the legendary Super Saiyan Broly has a lot of experience. Kali, the berserker form of her, just learned how to tap into that form. It was her first time. And the first time of everything, it could either be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. But in her situation, it was kind of a bad thing because she started destroying everything around her, that it caught everybody's attention, that Jiren had to step in. So, could her power destroy her? Yes, she could have been destroyed by if she had kept going. It would have actually been the story that Vegeta talked about, a legendary Super Saiyan that was so great, but unfortunately could not contain the power, and the power ended up destroying him or her. It would have happened with Kali because she couldn't control it. The legendary Super Saiyan can control his powers. Paragas just wants to keep him in check for himself. Paragas wants him to keep control and stop destroying things. Right? He knows what he's doing. But Kali, the berserker form of her, does not know what she was really doing. She was just going apeshit. She was just going berserk. And it was her first time tapping into that form. So if the berserk Kali versus legendary Super Saiyan Broly goes against each other, they will lose. But if Kali, the berserker form of her, goes against the 2018 Broly, that will be a hard one. It's gonna be a hard one. I would say they will knock each other out. It's either they knock each other out, or 2018 Broly might have an edge, again, simply because Kali started losing it. She started going berserk. She couldn't control her powers. And if what Vegeta said before was right, a legendary Super Saiyan back then, so strong that he couldn't control the power that resides inside the individual, and the individual was destroyed by its own power, that's probably what would have happened. But if you're talking about the Kali that owns his powers and still can go into that berserk state, I believe that the 2018 Broly will definitely have a rough time dealing with Dark Kali. Now, if you talk about Kali that was able to control her powers and hone know how to control her powers, she will still lose to 2018 Broly, and she will still lose to the legendary Super Saiyan Broly, because these two Brolys, although the 2018 Broly have some experience fighting, but don't really have that much of an experience fighting other people aside the monsters he was fighting on the planet where he resides, aside fighting Paragus, his father. So he does have some understanding on how to fight a little bit, but not to this class of Vegeta and Goku. The class of Vegeta and Goku are just simply different. They are just in a different class. Broly was fighting the monsters in the planet and training with his father. So he does have some type of training resume in his resume, right? Wow, thank you, Jameli. Jameli is really going berserk. Jamily is going berserk on Super Chat right now. Shout out to Jamily, man. Jamily threw $19.99 at your boy. Thank you, Jamily. Much appreciated. And your Super Chat is Berserk Kali said the same thing, that she's can feel her blood overflowing just like DBZ Broly. Also, I just noticed DBS Broly lose himself in his rage form, unlike DBZ. No, I know Goku didn't tell him that his form is like Broly. And I do understand where you're coming from. She did say that her blood overflowing, just like DBZ Broly. So that means she does gain Zenkai boost as she fights, just like the DBZ Broly. Well, in that case, it's gonna be a tough fight at the beginning, because both of them continues to gain Zenkai boost as they fight while being conscious. Kali will still lose. Like I said before, she's new to that power. She doesn't have that much fighting experience in her resume, just like DBZ Broly. She have not destroyed enough. Like, she haven't gone, how do I put it? She doesn't have enough experience fighting. She doesn't have enough experience about her power and what she can really, really do. All she was gunning was after Goku. She was gunning after Goku, and that's it. We didn't get much of her to go with, except that first time she transforms into almost, well, let me say at this point, the legendary Super Saiyan, because they have the same similarities. They have the same Zenkai boost. They gain Zenkai boost as they fight. She spoke the same way Broly would speak to Goku, right? And the same look, the same everything. So in a fight, it's going to be a tough one, but I think legendary Super Saiyan Broly will end up having an upper hand. He will end up having an upper hand. I just think he will, just based on his overall experience level of destruction, just based on his quick thinking, because Kali was just, she was brute. She, when you say just brute, just going off and just destroying things, right? She wasn't really thinking with her powers. But the legendary Super Saiyan Broly knows what he was doing. Every destruction he's doing, he knows. He knows how to hone his energy. He knows how to use it, right? The only reason why we feel like he doesn't know what he was doing was because Paragas, remember, was trying to use him for his own gain. Paragas was afraid of Broly's power because it threatens him and it threatens his ambition. Paragas' ambition was to one day get back at King Vegeta. But since he couldn't get back at King Vegeta, Paragas then decides to set his sight on King Vegeta's best thing, which is his son Vegeta. So the legendary Super Saiyan Broly will have an edge because his experience fighting, his experience in destructions, his experience with the way he handles himself, right? But it will be a good fight between the two. It will be a good fight. Once again, thank you, Gemily, for throwing $19.99 and $99.99 at your boy. Much appreciated, Gemily. Now, if you guys have any other questions, please feel free. Wow, Gemily, man. Shout out to Gemily once again. Gemily threw another $19.99 at your boy. Gemily is literally going berserk right now. Gemily is going ape shit with the super chat today. I know Dragon Ball Heroes is not canon, but notice how every time DBZ Broly shows up, he always overpower any Saiyan, just like how he achieved Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4. I think DBZ Broly is stronger than DBS Broly. Oh, hands down. Hands down. That is no question at all. Hands down. Because DBZ Broly Limit Breaker. Yeah, DBZ Broly is definitely stronger than DBS Broly. Ain't no question about that. Everybody knows it. Most OG fans knows it. Even if most people don't want to admit it, they know it. There is something about DBZ Broly that just hits different. If you watch both movies, if you watch DBZ Broly, the movie, and you go watch 2018 Broly, they are just different beasts. DBZ Broly is just built different. You know how do I put it? It's almost like walking up to Aizen, because a lot of people do like Aizen. A lot of people like Aizen. Aizen from Bleach. It's like walking up to Aizen from Bleach and walking up to Frieza. Those two, in fact, Aizen is not even a villain anyways, because he ended up helping society to save the world. So it's like walking up to Aizen and walking up to Frieza. The thing about DBZ Broly is that in his heart of hearts, not only does he want to be free, he just wants to make everybody's life miserable. There is something about my first time watching that movie, I was actually terrified because I was much, much younger when I watched it, right? With the music, that music. See, music is powerful, man. Music is really, really powerful. When a scene is going and a special music hits and the acting, you can feel that person. You can feel what they want. You can feel their desire. You can feel their destitute. for freedom. That's that movie. When Broly was just going screaming, and when he turned, and you see Vegeta's two knees drop on the floor, on the ground. Vegeta, who is always itching to fight, who was not afraid, really that afraid or that scared when Frieza turned into his fourth form. But with Broly, Vegeta literally dropped. He gave up. He said, he's gonna kill us all. There's no winning this. We've lost. Why fight it? Even when Piccolo came and literally grabbed him, right? Because Piccolo can sense like this is a serious situation. Snap out of it. Piccolo grabbed him and said, what the hell are you doing? What do you think you're doing? You, Vegeta, you of all people, don't want to fight. You of all people is running away from this fight. Like that says a lot, man. That literally says a lot. That says a lot. That is not like that's something, man. That says a lot. Right? And after Piccolo said what he said to Vegeta, he let him go. And the trauma of seeing Broly transform into the legendary Super Saiyan, Vegeta was dropping and even allowed himself to hit the floor. Like he was so messed up that his body hit the floor and he stayed there for a bit. And I'm glad that he ended up, for some particular reason, snapping out of it. And when he snapped out of it and flew towards DBZ Broly to fight him, DBZ Broly looked at him and said, yes, finally, the Prince of All Saiyan. Show me how strong the Prince of All Saiyan really is. And Broly literally, I think for some reason, the fact that Paragas told him all those things about King Vegeta, the fact that the mission actually from the first point was to get back at King Vegeta, but since they couldn't, since the planet was destroyed, Vegeta is the next thing, Broly unleashed a different type of fiesta-ass weapon on Vegeta. Man, y'all, listen guys, please help me thank Gemily. Gemily is showing love to me today, man. I don't know who you are, Gemily, but may the Creator keep you, may the Creator bless you. Gemily threw another $49.99. Gemily is going berserk on Super Chat. Gemily is going berserk. He's going legendary Super Saiyan right now on Super Chat. How come DBZ Broly got weaker in the other movies, and are you able to determine what power level DBZ Broly was in the other movies? I would say Broly's second coming and the third coming, when they grabbed his DNA, some scientists grabbed his DNA and made a mecha version of him. That one, I hated that one. I really hated the mecha version of Broly. He was not written well. And of course, I would say due to the fact that his legendary Super Saiyan form gave the Z fighters such a headache, They actually wanted to keep the story going, but the third coming of him, they really messed that movie up. I didn't like the middle one. The second one, though, yes, you're right that he got weaker to some aspect. I would say the ending of the second coming of Broly, does it make sense? I'll say that to eat his own, right? To eat his own. But like I said in the beginning, well, not in the beginning, maybe 30 minutes before, I said that it would have been better to give, if it would have been better if we have the OG Broly storyline, but not his ending, and give us the ending of the 2018 Broly, Super Broly, and combine them together. If we have gotten that, we would have loved it. But they will give DBZ Broly a reason to stop destroying things and turn face. And, just like Goku, when Goku came to planet Earth, he hit his head somewhere and became a good guy. Like, you know what I mean? So, Broly's second coming, I liked it. The story behind it, I can see why he was able to follow Goku and the others when they hightailed out of that planet. I can see, like, again, his survival instinct. When he was a baby, he felt that Frieza was about to destroy, planet Vegeta was about to be wiped out of the face of the earth, the face of the universe, and he channeled his energy in danger, saved himself and his father. If he could do that as a baby, because that punch Goku gave him on that planet, Goku didn't give him a devastating punch that will kill him, right? That punch, although Goku punched a hole, but the punch didn't go through his body. Like, you know how in anime they say donut, right? The punch was not a donut that you can see the other side of his body, right? Or the other side of the atmosphere. The Goku gave him a good punch, punched the hole, but Goku didn't punch through his body. So when the planet was about to be destroyed, Goku and the others hightailing out of there, Broly was able to create a shield just like he did before Frieza destroyed planet Vegeta, and protected himself from being destroyed. And after DBZ Warrior came to Earth, Broly followed Goku's energy, right? Because before Broly saw Goku again, he knew Goku's energy. But as a baby, he can't trace it. But now he's been fighting. Now he has gained multiple Zenkai boosts that he never got before. He's able to trace Goku's energy and follow them to Earth. So when he came, he landed and he was knocked out. They didn't do him justice really, because you're right, he did get wicked to some extent. They didn't do him justice to the way I am expecting them to. Because when he came to Earth, he was knocked out and he's been frozen all this time. Now, can that make sense? I can understand it, but it wasn't the best. And by the time he woke up, Goku is already dead, right? Goku is gone at that time. By the time he woke up and started causing problems, right? But when he sees Goku's descendant, he knows who they are. He knows who Gohan is because he fought him before. But I didn't like how they did him on the ending of his second coming. The third movie was just the worst. And again, it kind of shows how much he meant to the audience, right? It shows how much, if we had given the DBZ Broly, a good idea and not criticize it so much, I think they would have did the same story. They would have given us the same story on 2018 Broly. Because the reason why they had to change the whole story was simply because fans criticized it so much. Oh, Broly, Goku, Kakarot, 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 Kakarot. That was all he was saying. They didn't give it a better, it lacked our understanding, right? That a baby can actually remember who traumatized him when he was a baby. But then again, we see Saiyans snap all the time. When they get traumatized, Gohan getting traumatized, snapped. Goku seeing Krillin get blown to bits, snapped. Vegeta, snapped. Right? Saiyans, snapped. So if an adult person, even a mother, like I said before, a mother having a baby cry in your ears for hours, even a mother's love is priceless. But even a mother can snap and become mean to her baby, because it's trauma. It's traumatizing having someone crying in your ears. And Broly, being a legendary Super Saiyan, remembered Goku, that he was one that traumatized him when they were a baby. So your question, I wish that I probably, if they know what they knew now, if fans knows because now everybody criticized them, and now they got in another Broly, which I'm not taking anything away from the 2018 Super Broly, but hardcore fans preferred DBZ Broly. If we had gotten that and got the ending of Super Broly, it would have been perfect, because DBZ Broly was just, it hits different. He's just different. He's built different. His motives were perfect, actually. Goku traumatized him when they were kids, or when they were a baby, and he remembered Goku, that it was Goku that did it. So to punish Goku, he went after Goku. And when he did transform into the legendary Super Saiyan, he said, Kakarot, I choose you to be my first victims. His Paragas' focus was Vegeta. Paragas' focus was to really get to Vegeta. Broly's focus wasn't Vegeta at all. Broly's focus was Kakarot for traumatizing him. Gemily, once again, ladies and gentlemen, Gemily is going berserk on Super Chat, man. May the Creator bless you, Gemily, for throwing another $99.99. Gemily, you are awesome. Thank you so much. Kakarot. I love Dragon Ball Z, Broly. Hopefully my donation helps you out. It means a lot, Gemily. Thank you so much for your donation. Much appreciated. May the Creator keep you. May the Creator bless you. May the Creator replenish where this money came from. May you stay blessed. Thank you so much, Gemily. Much appreciated. I will be doing another live stream tomorrow. My tomorrow's live stream will depict the animes that I've been doing thus far. Also, that includes Dragon Ball Daima, the distaste and the disappointments that we've been getting on it. Is just too much for me to bear. It's just too much for me to ignore. It's just too much for me not to talk about it. I'm also going to talk about Solo Leveling. I'm also going to talk about Rurouni Kenshin. And I'm also going to talk about Windbreaker. Windbreaker audience or fans, I will be doing another episode either tomorrow or on Monday. My goal is to finish it as soon as possible so that I can be able to react to the new season that is coming up on March of this year. I think on March. And when I finish it, I might do Koji number 8. Is that what it was called? Koji 8 or something? Koji number 8? I've heard about it. When these two anime came out, I took some time off because I was experiencing a burnout, so I took some time off to go and give myself some time to recuperate. So in doing that, I missed Demon Slayer when it was airing. I missed Koji number 8, I believe it was what it's called, and I also missed Windbreaker. So my goal is to catch up to those animes, and I think I heard that Koji number 8 or something. I hope I'm pronouncing the anime correctly. That it's coming out. There's a movie coming out in March as well, or something like that. I don't know. But once again, guys, you've been great. Thank you for joining this live stream. Thanks to Jamily for your donations. Much appreciated. May the Creator keep you and replenish from where this money came from. And may you stay blessed. I'll give it 2 more minutes, guys. If you guys have any other questions, if you guys have anything to add, if you have any other topic that you want to bring to the table before I close out on Dragon Ball specifically, please share your thoughts and let me know before I close out. I'll give it another 2 minutes. If you guys have any other questions on Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super that you want to bring to the table, please feel free to bring that to my attention. Oh my goodness. Jamily is going, I think Jamily wants to keep this stream going. I think Jamily wants to keep this stream going. Dragon Ball Daima don't make sense to me. It could have been a lot better. I know, man. I know. I'm not going to give everything all out right now because I kind of want to leave it to my review tomorrow. I so want to talk about it right now, but, excuse me. But for better content, I'm waiting for tomorrow at 7:45, I believe. I'm going to talk about it 7:45 tomorrow. So generally, if you want to have that conversation, man, tune in tomorrow 7:45 and I will definitely go in. I'm going to cook a little bit because it's really disappointing to see how they are doing this anime. At first I thought, okay, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball, the OG Dragon Ball, you're going to like it. Even Dragon Ball, OG Dragon Ball is so much better than Dragon Ball Daima. To see where we have come, how far we've come to this point, we're not getting Dragon Ball feel. We're not getting Dragon Ball Z edgy, edgy type of content feel. What in the blue moon are we getting? We're like turning into Star. You know what? I'm not gonna go in right now. I'm gonna wait till tomorrow so that I don't give everything out. Generally, you're kind of making me to give everything out right now, and I don't want to do it because I want to save some content for tomorrow, for tomorrow's review. So, generally, if you have any other questions on Dragon Ball Z, not Daima will be tomorrow, but Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, even Dragon Ball Heroes, I dabbled into it until episode 25 or 26 of Dragon Ball Super Hero. And then I stopped. And then I watched bits and pieces of it, So that's the thing. Yeah, Dragon Ball Daima, I'm not happy the way things are going. I'm not sure how many episodes we are getting, but if I'm watching how things are progressing, I think we are near the end of Dragon Ball Daima, because Goma is the guy that caused all these problems. And on the next episode or episodes to come, the Super Warriors are going to have to fight him and, of course, defeat him to go back to Earth. Although they've gotten hold of Dende, now they need to make a wish. And to make a wish, they're going to have to deal with Goma. They're going to have to deal with Majin Ku and Majin Du. And Aroyunsi is, you know what? I'm not going to, oh my goodness, you're about to. Let me save that. Let me save that for now, man. Gemily, you are slick right now. You are slick, Gemily. Gemily donated another $19.99. I'm telling you, Gemily, I don't know, man. You are going berserk on Super Chat, man. You are going ballistic on Super Chat. You've become a legendary Super Saiyan yourself, man. You are going berserk on Super Chat. It would have been a lot better if they were adults. And I don't really like SSJ3 Vegeta that much. He looks like Sonic. Well, we're going to discuss that, aren't we? And I think I'm going to make another stream on Dragon Ball. Maybe not this week, maybe this coming week, I'm not sure. I'm going to make another stream on Saturday. I think the same time or around the same time. And it's going to be on who is stronger between Vegeta, Super Saiyan SSJ3, and Goku SSJ3. And for more content, I think I'm going to add, why didn't Goku take Cell to space when he was about to blow up planet Earth? I think for special content, I'm going to add that in there. But most importantly, I'm going to make another versus fight between Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 and Goku Super Saiyan 3 coming up next Saturday. Around the same time, 3:45, maybe 4:45, maybe. I'm going to make another stream to discuss that. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to give much out, but I think Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, the design that I could say, I'm not sure if this is canon. I'm kind of giving everything out right now because that's the next topic that I'm thinking of doing after this. But I think that his Super Saiyan version could have been like that because he gained it while being alive. Now you can say, well, didn't Goten and Gotrunks have the same similar look when they turn into Super Saiyan? Well, that could vary, but I think there might be a bigger reason why Vegeta's design is the way it is, and I'm going to talk about it on the next stream. I'm not going to give everything out. I'm going to give my perspective. I'm not sure if it is canon, but there could be reasons why it turned out or they gave it that design. I don't know. But I have a perspective or perspectives on what I think is the reason why. And I'm not going to give it out right now because that is pertain to Dragon Ball Daima. Damn you, Gemily. Damn you right now, man. You're trying to make me give everything out all at the same time. No, I'm going to answer questions on Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, maybe Superhero, and that's about it. Not Daima. Daima will be either tomorrow when I'm going to talk about it as part of my review, or when I would do a versus fight next week. Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 versus Goku Super Saiyan 3. That's going to be interesting simply because these two are evenly matched. They can both transform into Super Saiyan Red. They can both transform into Super Saiyan Blue. Now, although Goku can can transform into his ultra instincts, though he haven't mastered it. At the same time, all that is going to be negated. You want to know why I'm going to negate all that? Because we're talking about Super Saiyan 3 level versus Super Saiyan 3 level. Who can last longer in that form? Who is stronger in that form? And who would win in that form? That's what the debate is about. That's what the debate is going to be about. So if you guys have another question on DBZ, even the old Dragon Ball, if you have a question on that, please let me know, because I'm an OG fan. I've been a fan for a while. OG Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball Super. I'll give it another 2 minutes. From now, it's currently 5:58. By 6:01, I'll end the stream. If you guys have any other question, please feel free to let me know. Should you guys want the stream to continue? Bring your questions. Bring your Q&A questions, man. I don't mind. I'll give it till 6:01. I'll give it till 6:01. If you guys have another question on Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, or Dragon Ball Superhero, let me know. Not Dimer. It's Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, or the original Dragon Ball. My oh my, Jamily is back at it, man. Shout out, Jamily, man. Shout out to Jamily once again. Jamily is being nice to your boy right now, but Jamily at this point is actually super nice to me right now. Jamily threw another $49.99 at your boy. Hopefully, Majin Cool and Do don't disappoint. Don't disappoint at the end. I don't want them to end up being good. That's not going to make sense. I know, man. I know. I've already thought about that. And it's one of the things I'm going to discuss tomorrow, because the way they're disappointing us thus far is just not good, man. It is not good. They're disappointing us left and right. I thought those 5 guys, those forces that Goma put in place, the way they were introduced, kind of looks, they can a little bit recommend. I thought for some reason they're going to gain powers. I thought they are strong. And I mean, I don't know, man. They give us a glimpse of, to feel like we are going to see Ginyu Force type of vibe. And it's going to be devastating for our super warriors. But in the end, it was like, what the hell, man? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, seriously, like, what is this? What am I watching? You know? What am I watching? Laser guns? BB guns? Like, BB guns, man. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Remember when Majin Du, was it Cool? Yeah, Cool came first. Was it Cool? Did Cool came first or Do came first? I forgot. I know their names, but I'm not sure the names of which one. When the smart one came, I know the smart one came first. When they showed him towards the ending of the episode that they showed him on, I was like, oh my goodness, this is it. This is literally it. We're gonna get Majin Buu experience. This guy is gonna be evil. It's gonna do this. It's gonna do that. The next episode, when they finally showed him, he was laughing. I'm like, really? Really? Majin Ku, right? I think Majin Ku came first before Majin Du. I'm like, with Majin Buu, I'm like, okay, they disappointed us with this one. Because if they put DNA, if he has Majin Buu's DNA, there is no way he can't be evil. I don't understand. If he has a DNA of Majin Buu, and Majin Buu's DNA is very strong, he is just pure evil. Right? If he has Majin Buu DNA, how in the blue moon Majin Buu doesn't have any evil? I mean, I'm like, okay, fine. They're gonna make another Majin Buu because Buu couldn't match Tamagami. I'm like, all right, this one is gonna be it. This one is definitely gonna be it. And to my surprise, it wasn't really it, although there is potential. There is potential. But even with that potential of the fat one being evil or whatever, I don't see the fat dude, Majin Buu, being anything like Majin Buu. Because the evilness of Majin Buu, he had to cast out all the people that he observed throughout his lifetime. Which is, he had to cast out, because the fat Buu inside Majin Buu was released, which has the essence of the supreme Kais that the evil Buu observed during the time he was going around killing Kais. They made him weaker, right? They gave him a little bit of personality. They weakened him a little bit. But the evil is still strong. And when the evil has had enough of the good Buu, he cast the good Buu out in order for him to remain his true evilness. So, and if I'm not mistaken, when Ariusu took Majin Buu's DNA, I forgot now, which I'm going to go and watch that part. Was it when Buu was evil already? Like, was it when he has already cast out the good Buu inside him or the evil one? Regardless, that doesn't even matter. Majin Buu is evil. He's very evil, very much evil, no matter what. Right? Even while he was alive, even while the good one was still inside him, he was still evil. Gemly threw another $49.99 at your boy. Shout out to Gemily, man. Shout out to you. You are the champ tonight. You are literally the man tonight. There ain't no question about it. I'm trying to be nice at Toriyama last work, but man, I am disappointed so far. And Vegeta is still getting disrespected when he took got shot in that one episode. What a shame. Yeah, I know. When he took that shot on, I think it was on the last episode. It was on the last episode when he took that shot. 1 second. When he took that shot, I was disappointed too. I'm with you, man. I'm totally with you. When he took that shot, I was very disappointed. How in the blue moon, a BB gun? I mean, when they tried it with the audience on Dragon Ball Super, Resurrection of F, Frieza, when Frieza laser, I mean, they actually have been doing that for quite some time, and the audience are like, how is a laser gun killing or subduing Goku that much? Like, literally, this is Goku we're talking, a laser Frieza's laser. I just don't understand how they're nerfing this show so bad that I just don't understand why they're doing this. They are better than this, unless, here's another reason, unless they're trying to cater to kids. And when I say kids, I really, really mean kids. Like kids, like kids that are like 5 years old, that are like 10 years old. But that won't work. If you're trying to cater to kids, it will work to an extent, because the thing is, you've spent years building your hardcore audience, and your hardcore audience knows what it's all about with Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball from the beginning has always been edgy. Like even the OG Dragon Balls, the original Dragon Balls with Kid Goku, it has always been edgy too. Although they made it a little bit kid friendly to some extent, but it's always been edgy, right? How would they do all of this and they have a potential to make this show even something? They have a reason, every reason to make it something, because they have starved us, okay? They've starved us bringing back Dragon Ball Super. We've been waiting, yearning, hoping, dreaming, reminiscing. When will Dragon Ball Super come back? And you happen to give us something else? You happen to give us another show, and you're gonna blow it up like this? I don't know what's the thinking behind it. And the fact that Toriyama was the one. I mean, bless his soul. Okay, before I say anything, bless his soul, right? He's a legend. He is just a legend. I'm not going to talk bad about the man because he's no longer here, but damn it, man. Could it be that they changed his actual story and brought this up? Or could it be that Toriyama, bless his soul, figured that, you know what? I'm going to use this to start up younger audience, to start up a new generation, and then bring them up into the edgy content. Could it be it? I'm going to use this to attract younger generations. Hey, CC, if you want to chat with me, please use Super Chat. I appreciate you saying hello. I appreciate you saying hi. But I have said this from the beginning of this stream. If you want to chat, if you want to engage with me, help me with my channel, help me to improve my channel, my softwares that I use on my laptop, my editing software, my backup software, everything that I do behind closed doors, all those things cost money. So I will appreciate it, CC. If you want to chat with eVlog, if you want to chat with me, please use the Super Chat, okay? So generally, oh yeah, Goku did get shot on Resurrection of F, but it was because he left his guard down. Yes, that is true. He left his guard down, but then again, does that matter that much? Shouldn't Goku's body be able to take Frieza's laser gun? Or maybe it's due to the fact that Frieza himself has also trained to an extent, achieving Golden Frieza. That gave him a Zenkai boost, which means his laser is stronger than it was before. Could that be the reason why he nailed Goku with that laser gun? And again, Frieza brought out his laser gun once again to kill Paragus, and he brought it out again during Tournament of Power, the Tournament of Power. I think Bispo Frieza, I hope I pronounce his name correctly. Not Dupo, but Despo, when he was fighting Frieza and Gohan, in order to get Despo out of the ring, Frieza used his laser beam to barricade Gohan and Despo because Despo was just too fast for even Frieza to handle. So to make him weaker, to take him off his game, Frieza used his laser gun and barricaded the corner where Gohan and Despo were fighting, so that Despo cannot be as agile as he was. And those laser gun did hit both Gohan and Despo, but he didn't knock them out like he did with Goku. Now, the idea could be because both Despo and Gohan were aware of Frieza's laser. So they know that it's coming. They know it's there. They are aware that they're going to get hit with it or by it at some point. So they didn't go down. It didn't affect them because Goku got hit with it. He was on guard, yes, but it affected him. Goku was taken down by Frieza's laser gun. I don't know what's going on with Dragon Ball Daima, but I would say right now that they are disappointing a lot of audience. They are disappointing a lot of audience, and I'm glad that we got certain things out of it, certain information out of it, a transformation out of it, but overall, it's causing a distaste on fans. And this is not a good thing if you're gonna bring back Dragon Ball Super. It's not good at all. They should really, on these last episodes, fighting Goma, maybe the fat Do absorbs the cool Do and becomes a formidable opponent. Except that, I hope in the end they're gonna give us something worthy, because right now they are really not pleasing the fans. They are really not. I'm sorry, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. Now, if you guys have any other questions, if you want to keep the stream going, if you want to keep the live stream going, please use the super chat and bring your question up. I'm gonna give it another 2 minutes. It's 6:15 right now. At 6:17, I'm going to close the live stream for today. It's currently 6:16. At 6:17 or 18, I will leave you guys for today. If you guys have any other questions, I know tomorrow's live stream is going to be great because there's going to be a lot of questions that you guys can ask, because I'll be talking about solo leveling, I'll be talking about Dragon Ball Daima, I will be talking about Rurouni Kenshin, and I will be talking about Windbreaker. So tomorrow's stream is going to be off the charts. So don't forget to join me tomorrow at, I believe, 7:45 a.m. I'm going to discuss all the animes I've done this week, and I'm going to do more stream to come Saturday, Sunday, depending on what's going on that particular week. But I will try to do more live stream, because I think with the live stream it helps us to talk about things that I may not have the time to talk about, to address during my reaction reviews after I have reacted to an anime. Gemily, man, thank you, Gemily. Thank you so much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you. Can you talk about Kafala power level? What if she went against DBZ Broly or DBS Broly? Oh man, if Kafala goes against DBZ Broly, I don't see Broly winning that fight. I don't know. Kafala is just that damn strong. Kafala is just that damn strong. I'm not gonna take anything away from Kafala. Those two combinations are so damn strong because you're talking about Tail, who has the essence, the same essence as DBZ Broly. The same thing, the same mechanism, the same thing. And then you times that by her friend, who is also a Saiyan. And you combine those two, right? Because Kafala is the combination of, one second. I forgot the name of the other chick. Let me quickly Google it. Let me Google it real quick. 1 second. Yeah, the combination of kale and cauliflower. It's a combination of two of them, right? Cauliflower and kale being Kafala. They will destroy DBZ Broly. They will. DBZ Broly will give them a good fight though. I'm not gonna lie. DBZ Broly will give them a good fight. But the thing is, if they continue to, okay, here's my take on it. Here's my take on it. Here's my real take on it. We've seen over time, Goku and Vegeta join bodies, just like on DBZ. When Goku and Vegeta used the Potara earrings to combine their bodies to fight Boo. They were fooling around. They were not taking the fight seriously. Right? Although they had the strength to destroy Boo, but I can give them a way out because they figured out if Boo can absorb them, can turn Vegito into chocolate and eat him or whatnot. If they can go inside Boo, they know or they knew they have the power to free the others. So which was the reason why they didn't go for the kill. Now, on Dragon Ball Super, the Tournament of Power, when Caulifla and Kale joined bodies, they were actually fooling around a lot. I mean, they were cocky. They were a lot cocky. So if Kafala fights DBZ Broly and they keep toying with him, they keep hitting him and laugh and make fun of him, DBZ Broly will eventually rival their strength. The more upset, the more determined, the more desperate DBZ Broly gets, the more damage he takes, the more stronger he's going to become. And knowing Kafla, they are cocky. Two of them together, they're very cocky. When you watch that fight between Kafla and Goku, Kafla was taunting Goku a lot. Kafla was making fun of Goku. Kafla was even due to the fact that Saiyans love to fight, sometimes it becomes to their detriment. Sometimes it becomes their undoing, the fact they love to fight so much. So if Kafla fights DBZ Broly, they will be stronger than Broly at first. They're gonna probably put up a good fight and probably mock Broly, which Broly is gonna continue to get stronger. The more damage they deliver on Broly, the more stronger he's gonna become, because the legendary Super Saiyan Broly does not have to sleep or recover for him to gain Zenkai boost. He actually gains Zenkai boost as he fights. Now you can say, well, what about Kale? Kale has the every essence the same as DBZ Broly. So if he continues to get stronger, that means Kafla will continue to get stronger. Not really. Not necessarily. Why do I say that not necessarily? When you watch Dragon Ball Super and you watch actually Caulifla will weaken the transformation in order for Kafla to gain the same Zenkai boost. What do I mean? If you watched Zamasu, the Goku Zamasu and the real Zamasu, like they are both real Zamasu, but the Goku version of Zamasu and the other Zamasu, you guys realize that one is actually the one that is immortal, and the other one is not. So you can say, well, if one Zamasu is actually the immortal one and the other one is not, it's going to affect the transformation. And which happened, the more Zamasu, fused Zamasu continue to take damage. You see, even though one is immortal, the other one, because he's not immortal, is now affecting the transformation of the one that is immortal, and which was turning him into something else, something hideous. And the more damage he would have taken, the more unrecognized that he's going to become. Because the only thing sustaining Zamasu, the more damage he took, was simply because he has the other Zamasu that is immortal. But due to the fact that the other one is not immortal, it was affecting Zamasu heavily. Right? So if they were both immortal, it wouldn't have affected Fuse Zamasu the way he affected him towards the end. Right? So in the same way, now Joni, if you want me to engage on your comment, please use the super chat, okay? If you want me to engage in your comment, please use super chat, because the super chat, the donation helps me a lot. It helps me with my equipment. It helps me with my software. It helps me with everything that I do on the back end, you know? So please use the super chat if you want to chime in your ideas, if you want me to engage on it. So as I was saying, Kale has the same ability as the DBZ Broly. They're almost copycat, like the same carbon similar. They're very similar in everything. But due to the fact that Caulifla joined body with her, it's not gonna be, it won't be the same thing. She will not gain Zenkai boost. It won't happen because Caulifla does not have the same, does not have the same DNA as Kale. Caulifla does not have the same attribute as Kale, which means if they join bodies, Kafla will not gain Zenkai boost as she fights. It's gonna nullify Kale's ability to gain Zenkai boost as both of them combine body to fight. So which means in the end, DBZ Broly will end up rivaling them and will end up defeating them at some point. That's my take on it. That's my take on it. DBZ Broly will end up defeating Kefla because of the fact that he has a Zenkai boost and he gets stronger as he fights, as he takes damage, and knowing the fact that Kefla will mock DBZ Broly, will probably have an upper hand at the beginning of the fight, but as the fight continues, Kefla will not have the ability to gain Zenkai boost because she has Caulifla inside her, their joint bodies. But Broly will continue to gain Zenkai boost as he fights. So in the end, Broly will defeat Kefla in a fight. Unless Kefla goes for the kill right away, goes for the finishing blow, takes the fight very seriously, and defeat Broly as soon as possible. But we know Saints will not do that. She will not do it. She will want to get the best out of Broly. And knowing how Broly is very imposing, very in your face kind of guy, has a good, once Kefla senses Broly's legendary Super Saiyan, she's probably gonna laugh. She's probably gonna mock him. She's probably gonna belittle DBZ Broly. And then they're gonna fight. She'll probably have the upper hand, thinking that that's the way it will always be. But again, DBZ Broly gains Zenkai boost as he fights. So, Kefla will lose the fight. Unless if Kefla ends it right away, which she will not do it, her Saiyans DNA will not allow her to do it because Saiyans love to fight. Alright? Saiyans love to fight. So, and that is facts. Now, let me know, guys, if you have any other question on Dragon Ball's OG Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, or Dragon Ball Superhero. Or, no, Dragon Ball Heroes, right? It's 6:30. I'll give it 2 minutes, 6:32. I will end the stream for today. But if you guys have any other question, if you want the stream to keep going, you can use Super Chat and give me your comments on what you think. Or if you have any discussion that you want to present to the table, please use Super Chat and comment, and I will be glad to answer your question. If you guys want this stream to keep going, please chime in with the Super Chat. So, 1 more minute to go. 1 more minute to go. If there are no questions, I will end the stream for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the next stream review on all the animes I have done this week. Please, if you haven't watched any of them, please go watch them so that you have enough questions. I'm going to go as long as you guys want to go. The stream will be at 7:45 tomorrow morning, Eastern Standard Time. Please, if you go to my channel, click on live, you will see it. I set it up. You can click notify me. Or if you have already subscribed to the channel and you turned on the notification, you will be notified. So the animes that I'll be talking about, I will do my reviews on. will be Solo Leveling, Dragon Ball Daima, Rurouni Kenshin, and Windbreaker. Windbreaker is pretty awesome. I'm enjoying the show thus far, and I will do more reactions this coming week, of course. It's really, really fun. It reminds me of Tokyo Revengers. So, all right, it is 6:33. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this live stream. Thanks for all the donation that came from Gemily. Stay blessed, man. You're always welcome on this channel. You can also join me tomorrow to chime in on if you have more questions on Dragon Ball Daima, if you have questions on Solo Leveling, if you have questions on Rurouni Kenshin, or if you have questions on Windbreaker, please guys join me on my live stream tomorrow, and sleep tight, stay safe, keep on keeping on. See you in the next live stream. Adios.